Hey guys, I am back with week 5, and this is the week where I go to Muswan because there's a family event. My one of my grandmother's brother was celebrating his 75th birthday and his I believe his 8th wedding anniversary. So on this title card, I used this orange strip that I got in this card kit from my mind's eye, and the color goes well with the color scheme of this layout, so I decided to use that. And I do use the map design thickers because this is a road trip, so I thought that would look really good and to represent well the word road trip. Um, this is the first time I've actually made a 2-page layout in a 12-minute video, I think. So I'm really happy how this came out. So you'll see me um like fixing the video, like zooming, turning the flashlight off and stuff. I really am trying to improve the quality of the video for you guys so you can see it better because I do this at nighttime. And exactly. So I finally figured out how YouTubers or craft or scrapper YouTubers do that. I just use those fancy pants alphas to put the month and days and the week. So here I was going to use that little car, but I decided not to. So I just used one of the stitched ephemera pack or one of the ephemerals from the Stitch pack. There you go. And I used the life documented alpha letters to spell out Muswan Peak. And in that photo, that is Muswan Peak. So that's why the arrows, I used the arrows. And I think that's pretty much it for that. No, I do use those black enamel dots. And that will be pretty much it. And this is probably one of the best road trips I have ever done or ever took part in. I liked the mountainside a lot. I mean, it was really beautiful but scary to like be at the edge of the mountains. But it was really unforgettable and very breathtaking. So I was really glad to take part in that. So I already wrote down the journaling for the days and I just stamped some borders on the top and bottom. Now I really like this driftwood furniture and it reminded me of Game of Thrones. So if the Iron Throne was made out of driftwood, I definitely think that's what it would look like. And I just had to take a picture of that. There was actually a lot of driftwood furnitures in the building that we were in to celebrate my relative's event. So I did take a lot of pictures, but out of all the furnitures, this was the one that really yeah, if I was able to buy that, I would definitely buy that. But it's not very sturdy because we did take pictures sitting in it, and I don't have those pictures. My relatives do. And some of us like kind of fall off because I don't know, but it was crazy. So here, this is chocolate milk, but not from a regular cow. It's from the carabao. So the carabao, I think it's a little bit smaller than a regular cow, but the chocolate carabao milk was so good. It was one of the best chocolate milks I've ever tasted. And I'm just, I really wish we had that here in the States. It was so good. And I would totally go back to Muswan just to like buy a whole carton of that. So I just put that amazing in orange. Now this card, the month card, I really dislike it. I use my Tim Holtz distress markers and I just experimented and I didn't like how it came out. But you live, you learn. So I used those life documented red alphas and I traced it in black so it's visible because the red really blends into the orange. And that's pretty much it for that card. And there'll be another photo coming up. Here is the photo of like the poster or banner of my relative and his wife. So I decided to use that Never Stop Loving because, of course, besides his birthday, they were celebrating their wedding anniversary at the same time. So I thought that card was very perfect. And I don't think I use that heart on that card. I do use it on one of the photos in the second page layout. But I do use an ephemera for that page. It took me a while to decorate that because I had a difficult time deciding how to design that. And I do use the My Mind's Eye cut and paste. I think that's what what the brand or whatever it's called. And I do use that red chipboard flower. And I will put that yellow love heart on top because the red one wasn't going to do good anyways. And I do use that wood veneer, but then you know what, now that I look at it, I should have just left it as it is, but I decided to color it green. And yeah, too late now. So, and I had to like take the excess ink because it was spreading all over the place, like on my fingers and stuff. So I set that to the side to dry, and then I added that salt and pepper sticker finally because that sticker is so random. So it makes sense to put it on this picture. And I do use the Elliot by 7 paper roller stamp, and it says gratitude. I just repeated that on the photo. And I do set that aside to dry, and it takes a very long time to dry because I don't know, like if it's the photo quality or the ink itself, I don't know, but I think it's still drying right now. Let me look at it. Yep, I can still see the wet residue and it's still not dry. I don't think I'm going to do that again. I'm going to have to find a different method. So here I had to cover up these people's faces. I used to trust these people and then they betrayed me. They were deceitful, but I don't hold grudges, and I always like to learn, or I always like to document what I learned from my experiences. So I had to keep at least one photo of them, and I probably will do a story video of what happened. I don't know. I have to think about it. But anyways, on this photo, we were going back to Cagayan, and we had to stop because I think the driver had to take a piss. And I took a picture of the beautiful mountains, and I just loved it. I absolutely loved it. And I used the My Mind's Eye cut and paste stickers. And I really wanted to use beautiful or breathtaking, but with the alpha sticker size I have, they were too big. I didn't want to use something that was too little, so I just settled for the pretty. And I do use that Elliot stamp again, and it says Happy Heart, I believe. And then here on this card, on this filler card actually, I kind of like how it came out. I do use another My Mind's Eye, cut that second flower on the bottom, and I covered it up with that flower so it doesn't, so you don't see that very bold blue that much. And I added that yellow car, and it just looks so good. And I added that stamp sticker that says, now I have to look at it, I'm on beach time. So here on this photo, my grandmother's on the left, and on the right is actually the driver's mother. And we went to this restaurant that was I say about like half an hour drive away from my grandmother's place. And I like the outside atmosphere restaurant. I don't recall ever eating at a restaurant that was outside. And we were like right on top of the ocean, kind of. It was really beautiful. And I do use those my mind's eye word stickers. I use the grandma and then too cute for words and then delightful, and I do use that stitch ephemera on the bottom. And that's pretty much it for that photo. And then the second photo is pretty funny. I mean, okay, it looks fancy, all right? It, I don't blame anyone that would get it because of how it looks. And that's halo halo. But the difference is it's not with ube, it's with chocolate ice cream, and it was awful, terrible. So, oh, that was the worst halo halo I've ever ate. So on this card, I'm so proud of myself because I used my paper shredder, and I liked how the shredder shreds those paper in that type of design, and I just had this epiphany to use that on my Project Life cards, and I just love how that came out. It's just so pretty. I'm gonna do that technique like as much as I can. So on this photo, this is in Cagayan, and we pretty much had somewhat of a picnic, and I was with the driver, my grandmother, and the driver's mom. And then in this last photo, I just took a picture of that place that we were at, and there were these boats that I saw, and I was so mad at myself that I didn't take pictures of them. So that's what I wrote in that little ephemera on the bottom, or on the right bottom of that photo. And I will be adding a fancy pants sticker on top of that has a little sailboat on top, so it correlates with my journaling. So I won't be showing you the whole layout like I usually do because my photos at the time were still drying. But that's pretty much it for this Project Life process video, and see you guys next time in week 6 on Monday. Bye!